So this is week 3, the second week at the field experience, and I was in the middle school this week in Mr. Jory's classroom, and last week I was in Mrs. Judge first grade classroom. And this week I got to observe 6th graders and 8th graders, and it was really interesting. Let me just say that the first 8th grade classroom, almost all of them but a few, had IEPs or 504s, and we talk about how in math you're going to have those kids and you're more than likely not going to even have just one. And so it was really cool to actually bring that vocabulary and that concept into the classroom and to see it for myself, because this 8th grade classroom, the first 8th grade classroom that had mainly IEPs or 504s, you can tell the difference between them and even the second 8th grade classroom that we observed in the morning. It was really interesting to see what concepts need to be pushed a little bit more, what concepts were clicking right away. In that first class, they were really struggling with definitions, and I found that out with my review game, is that they were struggling with the definitions of integers, irrational and rational numbers, whole numbers, counting numbers, or natural numbers. And I had to talk to Mr. Jory afterwards, and I was like, this is what I kind of observed, and I don't know if that's what you have been observing as well. But they're not understanding the definitions, and he understood what I was saying completely, and he told me that he's going to review over those and try to push it a little bit more with them. But they were working mainly on algebra, which is actually concepts for 385, which it was a really good experience. Their concepts just didn't really pertain to geometric thinking from my personal standpoint. This is kind of hard. So, in the first grade classroom, the students were learning about the faces of a dreidel, and each dreidel had an image, and there was 4 sides, and they were actually doing statistics and probability, which was really cool because they don't realize that they're doing it. And also during their calendar, they were talking about money and trying to recognize what's on the penny, how much the penny is worth. And in the middle school, there was money aspects where he would be like, think of it as money. Think of this as money. And when you think of it that way, it seems to click a lot more than just thinking of the numbers as plain old numbers. When you could think of 3/4 as 75 cents, it seems to make more sense than just the 3/4. And so that geometric thinking is there. It's brought in quite a bit. And the kids this week, they were just really working on whole numbers, real numbers in the middle school. And so I'm not 100% sure where the full geometric thinking would come from in that aspect. But it was a really good experience, and I found out that those iPads are really annoying. I know it seems to be a concept that's brought up quite a bit, but they had to put aside 10 minutes because of iPads. He has to talk about charging iPads every single day, and it seems to me that books are better than iPads.